you glance, your everlasting light. Met your eyes, razor sharp, cut right through the crowd. I don't even want to know your name, I just wanna keep you to myself. Stay with me or leave me be, I want you all to bear.
Good morning, welcome back to my channel. Today is a very important day for me. It's a day of my surgery, but what a beautiful day it is. It's so nice to wake up feeling good and positive and refreshed. Let me show you what a beautiful sunny day it's awaiting for me. Hello baby. So as I said, today is the day of my egg retrieval surgery. I finished the first stage of my IVF, which was ovarian stimulation. I finished my injections the day before yesterday. I took my last injections the day before yesterday, and that was two last taken at 7 p.m. And then I also had to take 3 trigger injections, and that was a stage 2 of IVF treatment. So I took 2 last injections at 7 p.m. At 10:45 I took 3 more injections, trigger shots, to prepare myself for a surgery that is today. Currently it's, I think, like 20 to 9. I have to be there 15 past 9, so I'll better get going soon. I struggle to speak a little bit because I'm so thirsty. I can't eat or drink anything before the surgery. The biggest problem is that I can't have any coffee. I wish I could have some coffee, but I'll have one when I come back. Of course, I have no jewelry and I'm wearing very comfy clothes. I have just simple white t-shirt and a tracksuit bottom, and I also took some comfy things to take with me. Like I have a sweatshirt, matching sweatshirt to go with that, just, and a couple of bits and pieces here. Like I have a fuzzy socks, because you know, when you wake up in the hospital, sometimes it's really cold, and there is also recovery phase during that period in which I have to stay in the hospital and recover from full anesthesia, because in case I didn't mention, this surgery is under full anesthesia, and then I have to wake up and just come to my senses for an hour or 2, and I will be home around noon. So that's gonna be short and quick. Hopefully everything will go well, and I'll let you know how many eggs the doctor was able to retrieve. Right now I feel like a hen that is about to lay eggs. I feel like this area there, this area in here is quite full and just ready to go. Okay, I better get going, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to record in a hospital. If that will not be possible, I'll update you after I get back home. See you, and wish me luck. This is my outfit of the day for the hospital, because obviously this is very important, right? And yeah, I see you there. B2. Here we go.
Big day.
Are you stressed?
No, I'm okay. More worried for you.
I'm okay. I'm not worried about the surgery. I'm only stressed about anesthesia. I'm always stressed about anesthesia every time I have to have one. But it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
Good.
We are on our way to hospital. I am so thirsty. The worst part is that I have a water with me that I can't drink. That's a torture. But yeah, it's gonna be over soon. They already sent me a script for very strong painkillers. One is codeine. So I think they're anticipating that it's gonna be quite painful afterwards, but I hope it will not be, because last time it wasn't that bad. By the way, what a beautiful day it is today. I woke up in such a good mood. I'm not scared, I'm not stressed. I woke up in a great mood, and it's so nice to wake up in a country that sun is always shining, that already boosts energy and the positivity first moment you wake up. So it makes such a huge difference. For someone who lived in Poland and UK but also UAE, yeah, I love waking up here. I love the view. Sets me up for such a positive mood every single day. Anyway, I'll better pack this water in my bag because I just can't look at it without being able to drink it. So I'll just pack it here, out of sight, out of mind. And we are almost there. By the way, what you can see behind are car seats for the dogs. We bought 2 recently, and yeah, we feel like such a parents. Soon to be parents, maybe.
Yes. Parents and parents.
Parents and parents.
We're strangers in the night. We're in a strange delight. Come with me, and you will see. We are bound to be.
Anyway, guys, look at how beautiful jacaranda tree is. They are everywhere in the city. This is the season in which they are in a full bloom, and it looks so beautiful. That reminds me of lilac in Poland. Similar flowers, but they don't have this beautiful scent as lilac does. But nonetheless, very pleasant to look at, and they are literally everywhere. Such a beautiful time of the year in Australia. By the way, I'm sorry about my voice, but it's quite rough because I didn't drink water and I'm so thirsty. Beautiful, beautiful, so beautiful, just like you are. Here we are, we just parked and going upstairs for the procedure.
Come a little closer. I wanna dance with you. Everything's moving slower. I don't know what it is you do. I've been looking at you all night, trying to figure you out. I just wanna make you smile. Hold your hand in my hand, looking at the sunset. Man, you're looking good tonight. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. Eyes blue like the ocean. I can see you want this too. Cause you've been looking at me all night, trying to figure me out. I just wanna let you know. And I ain't playing no games, baby, you won't change. I only want you. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, it's making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love.
Hello guys, welcome back again. I just got back home after my surgery. I still have my bracelets, like hospital bracelets. I still got my marks from my anesthetics being administered. By the way, I have to tell you, I had the worst experience with anesthesiologist, the worst unprofessional behavior. Horrible. I will be definitely filing complaint about that because that's what she deserved due to her rude and unprofessional behavior. I'll tell you more about that later. But for now, I'm just happy I got back home. All went good. All the other staff, nurses, and my IVF doctor, my fertility doctor, they are amazing, and everyone else apart from that, anesthesiologists were professional, polite, kind, and accommodating. So I don't feel any pain. I feel pretty well, and yeah, my husband just brought me home, and look what is waiting for me here. This is what he prepared for me. So we're gonna have a little feast to restore my energy. You can see someone really missed me and someone is really happy to see me. Are you happy to see me, my little baby? I'm glad to see you too. I mean, probably he's waiting for food, but anyway, I'm gonna convince myself that he missed me. The other one didn't greet me. Did you care? I just came back from surgery. Me and my boy, always with me. I love you. Maybe soon you will be a big brother. If everything goes well, hopefully, fingers crossed. Anyway, let's have a bite because that looks delicious. By the way, they gave me really nice coffee in a hospital, which is quite rare because, as you know, usually hospital, same as airplane coffee, are not that great. But this coffee was really good. I got my gluten-free cake, so I'm not really that hungry. By the way, look at that. Here are the flowers that I got from my friends over the weekend, and they're still holding on pretty well. Just the rose. The rose said goodbye to us, along with the other rose, but other than this, they are still good. So yeah, I'm feeling good. I don't feel any pain. Oh, the most important part that I forgot to tell you is what we are all waiting for, and what I was waiting for too. The first information that I was waiting the most to hear after I woke up from my surgery is the number of eggs that the doctor was able to retrieve. So I got 7 eggs. 7. It's okay, it's good. A little bit disappointing because last year I got 10 and this time it's a bit less. I was expecting a little bit more, but then again, let's not be greedy. We need just a few, and hopefully they are all good eggs and they will all create good embryos. I mean, first of all, they will all get fertilized and then they will create good embryos. So tomorrow or this afternoon, they will let me know how many, no, I think tomorrow. Tomorrow they will let me know how many of my eggs got fertilized, and then on Monday or Tuesday, they will let me know how many of them created good embryos, and they will freeze the good embryos. And then they will let me know the next day if any other of remaining eggs grew to the expected size and also created good embryos. And if that happened, they also gonna freeze them too, just to create more. And yeah, that's it. Okay, let's dig in, and maybe later on, if I feel up for it, I will give you more update. But so far so good, no pain. I had a really good sleep. I'm happy. I'm happy despite this extremely unpleasant experience with anesthetic doctor. But despite that, you know what? I don't care that much about it. I will write a complaint describing everything that happened. It's not about what happened, about what she said and how was she behaving. It was disgusting, unprofessional, not worthy of a doctor who has to take care of patients in such a vulnerable state as IVF, and also being on the operating table already. Yeah, anyway, I'll tell you later. I have to eat now, so talk to you soon. So I'm back, and my husband just made me a coffee after we had lunch. It's good. As I said, hospital coffee was not that bad either, but nothing like homemade coffee from a coffee machine. Really good. Anyway, I just popped in here quickly to fill you in about this drama that happened in the hospital and this horrible treatment that I received from anesthesiologists. So just real quick, as I entered to the theater operating room, first of all, she never introduced herself, so I didn't even know whether she's a doctor, she's a nurse, she's some other stuff. Like, that's already an unprofessional thing for a doctor not to introduce herself to a patient, just proceed with her duties, but okay, anyway. So then he tried to insert cannula, and let me just show you that. So she tried once and failed. Well, that's okay, that happens, it's not a big issue. But then she already started complaining that how difficult it is, how hard it is, how cannula is so blunt. Okay, fair enough. She tried again here. Again, she failed. She didn't inject in the vein, so she couldn't find the vein. She was trying to maneuver inside to find the vein. She finally did, but it was a very thin vein. So once she attached a syringe with the anesthetic to it, it just didn't want to go through because the vein was so thin. And then she said, oh, let me flush the vein. So, you know, sometimes when the blood is thick, especially it can get thick if you are dehydrated like me, because I didn't drink much. I was not supposed to drink before surgery. So she said, let me just flush it. So she used some solution, which is a common thing to do, to flush the vein, to just make it easier for the medication that needs to be administered to go in easier. But it didn't want to get flushed. And then she said something like, oh, the good vein got ruined already. What am I going to do? And she was visibly agitated and nervous. So that made me doubt her skills and her confidence, because she not only failed to do it twice. Once is okay. The second is a bit more concerning. But she was visibly agitated, so it was more concerning for me not only the fact that she failed to do it twice, but she can't manage her emotions. So when you see a doctor who can't manage their emotions, you already don't feel confident. So I said to her, and in this vein here, I had the blood pressure sleeve on that arm. So they didn't inject this one. But you know, normally in a healthcare, they don't inject they don't try to get to vein more than twice. So I could see that she was angry that it didn't work out for her, and maybe embarrassed in front of the rest of the staff, because the theater was full of people. There were a couple of nurses, there were a couple of assisting nurses, there was my IVF doctor who was supposed to perform surgery. So I assumed that she was under the pressure, but that's not my thing to worry about. And seeing all that, I just said, like, well, all this doesn't make me feel very confident now. And then she lashed out at me. I was already lying down on the operating table with sleeve on my arm and with this butchered attempt on the other arm. And she said, well, if you don't trust me, you can leave. It's extremely unprofessional thing to say to a patient who's in a vulnerable position, lying on the table. And I said, I didn't say I don't trust you. I said, the whole situation doesn't make me confident, for a reason, obviously, because it looks like she doesn't know what she's doing. She fails time and time again to do, and not only that, she also can't manage her emotions, and she speaks out about it, letting everyone know that she struggles, which obviously is a sign that she's not confident in what she's doing herself. So I just addressed that, and she lashed out at me. She turned around to the rest of the staff and said, she doesn't trust me, put it in the paper, so she will not be my patient anymore. And I said, yeah, I don't want to be the patient anymore. And she started talking to me with elevated voice, and I said to her, don't talk to me like this, and don't talk down to me, and no need to get defensive. I'm just addressing what's happening. I didn't say I don't trust you. Don't put your words in my mouth. And keep in mind that to have that conversation with a doctor who is supposed to put you in sleep, a doctor who is supposed to put you in a deep anesthesia, you are at hand of this doctor who behaves like this, it's extremely concerning, scary and worrying, to be honest. And she said again, if you don't like it, you can leave and book another doctor and have it done another time, which obviously, unfortunately, I can't, because egg collection surgery has to be performed at the exact timing, because I didn't have injections, ovarian stimulation injections for 2 weeks. All the injection shots and all the trigger shots to prepare the ovaries to release the eggs, to lose all that. Because if I don't do it at that day, at that particular hour, the timing is crucial. It has to be precise, not only to the day, it has to be precise time-wise, hour-wise. Like, my operating doctor came before that to see me, and he asked me what is exact time that I took trigger shots, and it's not like 10 or 11 the day before, it was 10:45. That's how precise it is. And they said precise. So, everything gets ready for a time. So I cannot miss that window. So for her to tell me that, like, you can leave if you don't like it, it's throwing my whole procedure, my whole month of preparation out the window to the bin, just because she can't do her job and just because she can't be professional enough, is unacceptable. So she started still talking in a rude way, and I told her, don't talk to me anymore, I want to relax. Because honestly, she's lucky I was on the operation table. I would tell her far more than this, because that's what she deserves. And she was like, I said, do you want to use another hand? Because she clearly ran out of veins on the other one. And she said, yes. And then she said, are you happy to go ahead? Well, obviously, I'm not happy to go ahead with someone that unprofessional as her. But I said yes, because I don't have a choice. I don't want to lose the whole month of treatment because of her unprofessionalism. And I just want to go ahead and get over with that and have it done. So, to put me in a situation like this while I'm on the operating table, it's beyond unprofessional. I will be writing massive complaint to the hospital, to her superiors, everywhere else possible. I think everyone in the room felt uncomfortable with her interactions, with how she talked to me, with how she raised her voice for no reason, with her trying to talk down to me in the condescending way and basically try to shush me. She just lashed out because she was, I think, embarrassed with her poor performance. When I woke up from my surgery, my operating doctor came to me to inform me how many eggs have been retrieved, and he apologized me for the whole situation, although it's not his fault, it has nothing to do with that. But yeah, obviously he could hear and feel that this was highly inappropriate for her to put me in this situation, to behave this way, and for me to be put in that position, especially in such a vulnerable state as IVF procedure right before the surgery. Yeah, so he apologized to me and he told me not to worry about that. Well, yeah, I'm not worried about that, but things like that should not be, like, you should not let it slip. And why I'm sharing this story with you is for you to be aware that no person in a healthcare has a right to treat you this way, whether it's a doctor, whether it's a nurse, whether it's a wardie, whether it's a receptionist staff, admin staff. Nobody has a right to talk to you this way, take their frustrations on you, lash out on you. They demand respect from patients, and they should give respect too, especially that she was the one at fault, she was the one with the poor performance, and she was the one who couldn't manage her emotions accordingly to the situation. She just lashed out at me, thinking that she will intimidate me, that just because she's a doctor I will get intimidated, which didn't happen. I stood my ground, I talked back to her, and I think that's what upset her even more, because she's probably not used to that. So the whole situation was unnecessary mess that she put me through, and I shouldn't even experience. Very, very unprofessional. Keep in mind, this is a private hospital that I paid a lot of money for that procedure. It's not a public or private, doesn't matter. You should not experience this treatment anywhere. But obviously, if you go to the private and you pay lots of money, you would expect something like this at the last place, as a last. That's the least you would expect. That's what I was trying to say. So extremely upsetting and really, really very poor performance. Anyway, can you imagine the doctors like this work and abuse their power, in quote, over patients? Because, you know, people who are about to be put in the anesthesia and go under surgery, they are worried, they are probably scared, they're already nervous. So for someone to dare to raise their voice at me and lash out because I said that I don't feel confident seeing what I see her doing, I'm glad I stood up to her. I'm glad I put her back in her place, and I hope she will face the consequences of her behavior, because if any other person who would be in my place, there would be probably ruined with the experience that she provided. But luckily I have the ability to just block that out and not care too much, and just, I'm focusing on what's important, and I'm focusing on my treatment, on my results, on the next steps that we're gonna now have to face. But I'm just telling you this story so that you know that things like this happens, and that if something like this, God forbid, happens to you, you should know that you should stand your ground and put anyone who dares to treat you as a patient this way in their place. That's the end of my rant for today. I mean, not rant, it's like a factual correspondence, letting you know what happened. So I think that's it for today. The third stage of my IVF cycle is now done. The next one will be embryo transfer, and I don't know yet exactly when that will happen, but I will be informed soon. Also, in upcoming days they will let me know how many embryos were created out of my eggs and my husband's sperm, and how many of them got fertilized and how many of them grew to the desired stage, and how many at the end we have to work with. I think I will know in next couple of days. So that's it. I'm glad another step is ticked off the list and it's over. Now fingers crossed for best outcome when it comes to embryo creation and embryo growth, and I will let you know how it's going soon. So thank you so much for watching. Keep your fingers crossed for me, and I'll update you about upcoming steps and updates very soon. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next one. And if you enjoy the IVF content and the whole updates IVF related, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that yet. Otherwise, I see you soon. Thank you. Bye.